Hi, everybody. Auntie Speaks. Welcome back. So we're going to talk about Democrats. We're going to talk about what Democrats promise when they're running for election, and then what do they actually do when they gain power, okay? And we're going to use Minnesota as a case study, okay? Because Minnesota was a state that was run by Republicans and Democrats for many, many years. And then just recently, the Democrats took over. So we're going to look at what they promised and then what legislation they're actually passing. And I ran across this wonderful cartoon as sort of an illustration of the Democratic Party. So here we go. Let's read this for you. Are you really crushing my generation with obscene national debt? Watch out for those MAGA Republican fascists. Is inflation from crazy federal spending ruining my financial future? Want some cash for your student loans? Are you using all of my Social Security deposits to pay for withdrawals? Climate change, global warming. I sense that you're trying to distract me. So what are your pronouns? So we're going to look at Governor Walz, who was running for re-election in Minnesota. Let's take a look.
Tim Walz helped small businesses to protect jobs, worked with a divided legislature to balance the budget while delivering middle-class tax cuts, making insulin more affordable, fighting to fully fund education and help families struggling with rising costs. Now, wages are up, unemployment is down, the fifth highest job growth in the nation, with the leadership of a governor always trying to do what's right.
We've been through a lot, but we're coming back strong. Now I'm fighting for more relief for families so we can keep moving forward as one Minnesota.
Support law enforcement and cut taxes for the middle class.
Isn't that amazing? He balanced the budget. He wants to lower costs for all Minnesotans. He supports law enforcement. He sounds, well, practically Republican, doesn't he? Well, after the election, the Democrats won everything. They won both houses and the governorship. So what did they do with that? Did they, send money back to the people? Did they cut taxes? Did they support law enforcement? Is that what they did? Let's see what they actually did with all that power. Okay, everybody. So let's remember what Walz actually promised: balance the budget, cut taxes, support law enforcement, and reduce crime. Now, is that actually what they did when they had power? So this is Alpha News. Okay, they're going to show us exactly what the DFL in Minnesota actually passed. Okay, so, and just as a context here, the Democrats took over with a $17.5 billion surplus. That's what they took over. So let's see what they actually passed when they got power. So establish a fundamental right to abortion through all 9 months of pregnancy. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Declared Minnesota a refuge for children seeking sex changes. Is that all they passed? I don't think so. I think they passed much more than that. Let's see. Banning conversion therapy. Banning conversion therapy. What is conversion therapy? Well, that's when a 5-year-old walks into your office and says, I'm a girl, not a boy. You can't challenge him. You can't. If he says he's a dinosaur, you can. But if he says that he's a girl, you can't. Yeah. Isn't that great? That's awesome. Is that it? Is that all that they did? Actually, no. It's even worse than that. Here we go. Transgender Minnesota lawmaker introduces bill removing language from state's Human Rights Act. Yes. So they want to protect fans of the playground. Was that in any ads? I didn't see that in any ads protecting the fans of the playground. Isn't that interesting? I love that. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, passed the Take Pride Act, which will prohibit nonprofits that serve minors from discriminating based on gender identity. Okay, awesome. Passed protections for women who travel to Minnesota for abortions. Okay, whatever. Like anybody's stopping them. Repeal protection for babies who survived abortions. Don't protect the babies who survive abortions? Okay. Strip pregnancy resource centers of state funding. That's awesome. Gutted reporting requirements for abortion facilities. Yeah, that's awesome. Why would we want reporting requirements? So we don't have a Gosnell type situation. Gosnell was a abortion provider. He had an abortion clinic for about 25 years, and he was able to basically run his clinic with no oversight whatsoever because he performed abortions, and several women died, and he was convicted. Yes, that's awesome. Wonderful. So expand medical assistance for abortion, basically taxpayer funded. That's right. So all those people who are pro-life, now their tax dollars go for abortion. That's awesome. Repeal informed consent law for abortion. Legalize recreational marijuana, like whatever. Increase government spending by 40%. So much for a balanced budget. Raise the gas tax by indexing it to inflation. Create a new delivery fee on all retail orders over $100. Increase sales tax for fees for vehicle purchases and registration. Pass a metro-wide sales tax increase. Yes, we're going to try to, make every Minnesotan's life more difficult to pay their bills. Enact automatic voter registration. Yeah, Minnesota is a same-day registration state, which means basically you can walk into a polling place and register same day. That's not good enough. Okay, pass pre-registration for 16 and 17-year-olds who can't vote. Join the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact. Well, that's just awesome. Minnesota is a really small state, so I guess they'll never have another presidential person come because why come? Because it's not going to matter. Okay. Funding a study for ranked choice voting. Okay, that's awesome. So Minneapolis and St. Paul, you're never going to see a Republican again. You're going to just say Democrat A and B. Provide driver's license for illegal immigrants. And a bill passed to provide health care for illegal immigrants. So Minnesotans can't pay their bills, but we're going to provide free health care for illegal immigrants. I don't remember an ad on that. That's really strange. Restore the right to vote for violent felons. Yeah, because that's really important. Design a new state flag. Okay, whatever. Replace Columbus Day with Indigenous Peoples Day. Declare Juneteenth a state holiday. Okay. All this stuff is so important. Yes, it is. Okay. Pass a bill to require Minnesota's electricity grid to 100% carbon free by 2040. Minnesota's really cold. Okay. 6 months out of the year, they don't see the sun. And it's so cold that you can't use the windmills because they freeze. Okay. Ban so-called conversion therapy. We talked about that. Pass gun control bills, including red flag laws. Okay, that's really important in a state that really likes their guns. It's a hunting state. It's a very large hunting state. Free college at state institutions to students in families with income under $80,000. So much for a balanced budget. Pass bill to provide free lunch and breakfast to all Minnesotans, regardless of family income. Balanced budget? Yes. Increase spending on K through 12 by 10%. Ban Native American mascots? Okay, whatever. Raise fees for fishing, boating, and visiting state parks. Right, because nothing can be free. No. Create a hate speech database. Okay, whatever. Ban no-knock warrants. Okay, I mean, seriously, yeah, okay. Like Minnesota doesn't have a problem with crime, not a problem with crime whatsoever. Let's see their problem with crime. Okay, yes, let's look at CNN here. Let's pull that up. Okay. Once nicknamed Murderapolis back in the 90s, the city that became the center of quote unquote defund the police movement is grappling with heightened crime. Yeah, but we need to ban those no-knock warrants. That's really important. Yes, okay. Establish a new legal avenue for prosecutors to seek lower sentences. Yes, because we don't have a crime problem in Minnesota. No. There's no crime problem in Minnesota. Fund a new office of restorative practices that will postpone alternatives to incarceration for juveniles. Yes, because Minnesota does not have a crime problem. Commission to study on abolishing cash bail. Yes, because that is working wonders in New York. Should we take a look at that? If you like my content, guys, please subscribe, like, and share. It helps me out quite a bit. So let's look at these. Here we go. Yeah, that's awesome. Yep. Oh, yep. That's awesome. Super, super cool. Yeah, that's great. Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. Way to go. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay, let's close this out, shall we? Create a new public database that will assign climate scores to large businesses. And one of the big promises, we're going to send your money back, you Minnesotans. No, we're going to cap rebate checks at $260 per filer with income limits, down from $1,000, which was initially promised. So, lovely Democrat friends of mine, I love you. I do. But you need to start paying attention. The Democratic Party is not the party of Bill Clinton. I voted for Bill Clinton. I did. And back then, there were differences between Republicans and Democrats, but they all wanted what was best for America. They just had different ideas on how to get there. Now the Democratic Party is crazy. They are certifiably crazy. They don't care about anybody but power. And power is money. So as soon as they get control, all they do is spend to pay off their cronies. Any pet project, anything that sounds good, anything that makes them feel good, they pass it. Okay? Doesn't matter if it helps anything. This is what Thomas Sowell calls stage one thinking. Okay? You pass something that makes you feel good, like no cash bail, and you don't ask yourself, what might happen if we let all the criminals out of jail? That's stage two thinking. Stage one thinking is, I think we shouldn't, punish people for crimes because it's not their fault. Yeah? That's how you end up with situations like Chicago and New York. That's what's happening in Minnesota right now. So Democrats, you need to wake up and you need to start looking at the other side. We are not as scary as you think you are. When there are political views that have been measured from time immemorial, and the Republican Party has moved center to where it was 20 years ago. The Democratic Party has moved left of left. Here's a lovely chart. So you need to wake up and you need to start voting Republican. Then all this craziness will stop. And then once they stop doing all the craziness, then you can feel good again and vote Democrat. Okay, guys? Thank you so much. If you love my content, please like and subscribe and share it. I will see you on the next one.